And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So Nebraska's offense will get first crack at it today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, you know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Ohio State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Back to throw, it's Francis. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets open down the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Mallett. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Mallett. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Huskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Try to march their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And the running back was not going to be on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Makes the catch. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking for a man. It's Francis. Pressure coming. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They're going to mark this one at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They're going to run it. It's Ramsey. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Ramsey. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
To the air, it's Randall. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Cornhuskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Yeah, and third is short. They choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Francis. He'll get rid of it. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Buckeyes will line it up on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Play action. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. Clock winding towards zero, they'll get one more snap off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball. There he goes! They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Spits it out to the back. He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Here comes the offense on second down. Through the air, it's Randall. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Bringing the heat. And the misconnection on third down. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. It's complete to the right, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he wants it all. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down here in this part of the field, man, you want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation, hopefully to go for it if you need to on 4th down. And now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give out of the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Ramsey. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Huskers are marching down the field. Off his feet.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Got his man to the left. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Splits the uprights, it's good. That brings them to within 1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. An SEC clash and an impressive showing It could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Throws to the tight end. Big guy smells it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take them. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. On the move from inside his 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off play action on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pocket breaking down. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, and in this situation, trailing late, you know this is going to be the guy they throw the football to.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. It'll be 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive,